Hi, fourth graders. Today, as we look at how to be wise, we're going to be working on page 111 in your workbook, and we're going to be looking at the wisest man who ever lived. King Solomon was King David's son. After David died, Solomon became the king of Israel. And Solomon had a really interesting thing that happened with him. So we're going to read about it here in 1 Kings chapter 3. We're going to look at verses 5 through 14 to see all about how he became the wisest man who ever lived. At Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night, and God said, "Ask what I shall give you." And Solomon said, "You have shown great and steadfast love to your servant David, my father, because he walked before you in faithfulness and righteousness and in uprightness of heart toward you. And you have kept for him this great and steadfast love, and have given him a son to sit on his throne this day. And now, O Lord my God, you have made your servant king in place of David my father. Although I am but a little child, I do not know how to go out or come in. And your servant is in the midst of your people, whom you have chosen, a great people, too many to be numbered or counted for multitude. Give your servant, therefore, an understanding mind to govern your people, that I may discern between good and evil. For who is able to govern this, your great people?" It pleased the Lord that Solomon had asked this. And God said to him, "Because you have asked this, and have not asked for yourself long life or riches or the life of your enemies, but have asked for yourself understanding to discern what is right, behold, I will now do according to your word. Behold, I will give you a wise and discerning mind, so that none like you has been before you, and none like you shall arise after you. I give you also what you have not asked, both riches and honor, so that no other king shall compare with you all your days. And if you will walk in my ways, keep my statutes and my commandments, as your father David walked, then I will lengthen your days." So the Lord came to Solomon and asked him, "What is it you would like to have?" Back here in verse 5, the Lord appeared to him in a dream and says, "Ask, and I shall give you." He could ask for whatever he had wanted, anything that he wanted. And Solomon, he recognizes that he does not have what he needs in order to be a good king. He realizes that his father was an amazing king, and he wants to be as good of a king as his father was. And so he asks God to give him wisdom, to give him understanding, so that he will be able to make good choices as the leader of his country. And the Lord was so impressed with him for asking for that, when he could have asked for riches, he could have asked for victory in war, all these types of things, but instead he asked for wisdom, that God ends up blessing him with extra abundance after that. So in your work page, you're going to go through and we're going to answer some questions about these verses. In verse 7, we want to see, how did Solomon see himself? Did he think he was wise? So here in verse 7, it says, "And now, O Lord my God, you have made your servant king in place of David my father. Although I am but a little child, I do not know how to go out or come in." So Solomon was not actually a child. He's speaking, he's referring to himself as a child because he's referring to his understanding, that he doesn't really know what he's doing as a king. Not that he's actually young. He was a grown-up. So verse 7 here, how did he see himself? Did he think he was wise? No. He thought he was no wiser than a child was. Verse 9, what did Solomon ask from the Lord? Verse 9 says, "Give your servant therefore an understanding mind to govern your people, that I may discern between good and evil. For who is able to govern this, your great people?" He's asking for discernment and understanding. So on our page here, it's going to say heart, and to distinguish between right and wrong. And that's what wisdom is. Wisdom is knowing what is right and choosing to do what is right. So he's asking for that. Verse 11, God noticed that Solomon had not asked for certain things. What were those? Well, verse 11 says, "And God said to him, because you have asked this and have not asked for yourself long life or riches or for the life of your enemies, but have asked for yourself understanding to discern what is right." So here, he did not ask for long life, wealth, or the death of his enemies. And then verses 12 through 13, God gave Solomon what he requested. He also gave him those things that he had not requested. What were those things? "Behold," verse 12, I now do according to your word. Behold, I give you a wise and discerning mind, so that none like you has been before you, and none like you shall arise after you. I give you also what you have not asked, both riches and honor, so that no other king shall compare with you all your days. So not only did God give him wisdom, but he gave him riches and honor, so that no one would be greater than Solomon. And then in verse 14, what does God want us to do? And if you will walk in my ways, keeping my statutes and my commandments, as your father David walked in, then I will lengthen your days. God asks for us to do just like he asked for Solomon, and to walk in his ways and obey his commandments. And that will help us to understand what wisdom is, so that we can discern what is it God would want for us to do.